right, welcome everyone. Good to see you, Big Rig. All right, yeah, busy weekend for me. So let's get this ball rolling. Lots of things to change with this class, with this character, Spiritborn. So those of you guys that have been running the same build as me, be prepared for huge changes. If you go and look at the site, you'll see that this is now being replaced by the Perdition piece. This is being replaced by the Shroud of Death. These are being placed by Yen's Blessing. I mean, there are a lot of changes, man. So we need a lot of stuff to change it up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start today by running Lord Zir. So if you want to come in and join me, you can. I'm still bugged with this bug of the tree whispers. Awesome. I actually reported it to support and in the forums. Absolutely zero help. Zero. I don't think they know what the hell it is either. Well, there's a reset they have to do. I have 3 characters. I was playing them a lot on my laptop because I was kind of on the road all weekend. So I was kind of like on my laptop trying to play them. I've got a barbarian, a mighty throw barbarian. And then what was the other one? Necromancer. I have a necromancer, a spirit wave necromancer as well. What do you mean not open? Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Need time for that.
So a lot of different changes now that I have to make to this build after this last patches and all kinds of other stuff that's been going on with gear. Shroud of Death now, being available. It's changed it quite a bit. Request to join. It won't let you request to join if you're not a Torment 4. If you're not a Torment 4, that's the thing. Is that what it is? I'm thinking. Are you a Torment 4? Oh, there we go. There it is. Yeah. No, if you want to play with me, it's always been you join me, you friend me, Made Biker, pound 1605. I accept your friend. Then when I say there's an opening in the group, you do a request to join. So that's how we do it. I'm sorry if people didn't know. We've been doing this for quite a while, but not everybody's known about it. So let's gear everybody up with mythics. I'm going to be replacing my mythics on this character, I think. That's one of the reasons we're here is I need new boots. I have them, but I don't have them with the GA, so we're going to farm them a little bit here. Oh, okay, Big Rig. That's why. What we need to do, Big Rig, is in that case, then I need to do like a special stream where we do a Torment 3 runs where I lower myself down to 3 and then run people through 3, because I guarantee you're not the only one. So let me feel out the clan. I'll put some stuff in the clan info and see if there's others, and then we'll do a special stream where gotcha beast, gotcha. All right, so who are we waiting for here? Waiting for Dez. stupid fast travel doesn't. It's still bugged. It says they tried. I've heard that if you step out of the room and step out here, it works too. It works better, but I have seen absolutely no improvement in it whatsoever. All right, well, looks like Des is just about here. I see he just went right here. Made biker pound 1605. We can find it.
Hello.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I know B said he was on the phone, so we're just gonna knock this thing out. Oh, wow, okay. He doesn't like us being scaled up to 3 and only 2 of us killing him. There we go. Those are probably the boots I need, but I already have those boots plain Jane. I want... Yeah, see, I want those, but I want them a little bit different. Okay. Alright, so now our group is full. Except that. Whoops, so next time an opening comes, we'll be ready. Here we go. No, actually, I am not using the false shroud right now, but I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to be switching to. I'm using Tyro's Might right now. False Shroud wasn't released. Remember, it was on hold for quite a while at the beginning of the season.
Greetings.
And it just really became available with this last patch, so... Yeah, now I want to switch to it. My Barbarian's already wearing it. So I just need to get it for this guy now. Switch out of Tyro's Might, which I may regret, because Tyro's Might gives me, even though I believe it removes part of my damage ability, it really helps on a lot of other things. Okay. All right. I like it on my Barbarian a lot, but my Barbarian's also using the Doombringer, and he's using the Perdition headpiece, which is another piece I'll change. I'll be changing on this guy. Okay, I'm full. Be right back. Right now, this guy's using... Oh, that other piece. I don't remember what the heck it's called. It's not a mythic. It's this guy right here. Harmony of Ibwaka. That needs to change as well. So I need these boots right there. Let's just grab a few pair. The rest of everything here. It's gotten to the point now where I said I'm not going to save even GAs unless they're 2 GAs, because I just have everything. So all right. Okay, I don't have any open friend requests right now. Let's hope it shows up here. Sometimes it's kind of slow depending on what platform you're on and you send it from. Sometimes that can be a deciding factor too. Like if you're on a console, I'm on a PC, so sometimes that gateway takes a little bit longer than PC to PC, but it should be here shortly if you send it. Or maybe I already approved it too. Xbox, okay. Yeah, it'll be here soon then. Yes, you can trade ruins. Yes, absolutely. Yes. In fact, you'll probably need to trade ruins if you plan on using them to make mythics. You probably will need to trade ruins. My suggestion is, and I wish they would give us a clan stash that could do it, but my suggestion is join a clan and ask the clan members, because most of them will give you what you need. But of course, they need them too. Keep that in mind. You know, Rod needs back. They're not always fun to find. And there is no like specific like, hey, this drop location. Undercity is a good one because you can choose to concentrate on those with some of the settings, but even then, they're hard to get. I shouldn't say that. They're easy to get, but getting the right ones are hard to get because they make so freaking many of them. I guarantee you something's gonna change with that. A lot more needs to happen with that for those to even really, I started it, sorry. We'll go to town after this run. For those to really become effective, because now they really have very minute abilities that really, you don't really see a big difference with, but they could. All right. Well, I haven't seen a mythic drop, and in my opinion, people did say that they thought the mythic drop situation had improved after the last patch. I have totally disagreed with that. I'm like, no. It was way better. It seems like it took a step backwards a little bit, which I don't blame them. It's early game, and they were dropping really a lot. All right. It still also is a matter of finding the hot boss, you know, trying to find the boss that's dropping hot that day, that hour, that second. It's not easy. Which is why you'll see us, we're going to jump around from bosses to bosses to bosses. Because one day Darrell's hot, one day Grigori's hot, one day Lord Zir is hot. Lord Zir was season 5. He was the hot spot. I mean, we were bringing people here and just farming him like crazy. But right now, in my opinion, it's been very slow. I'm using the Gorilla and Jaguar as far as, you mean, in my skill settings. I still haven't seen any mythics drop. None. That's crazy. None today so far. It's been, it's only been 15 minutes, so. But it used to be, we would see them like by now for sure. I love the shroud on the barbarian. I love it, but the barbarian is pretty easy to like, I think, no matter what you put on him, really. I mean, I just think, but he's my favorite class, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm very biased with the barbarian. My necromancer, my spirit wave, not so much. Holy smokes. And he's all geared up too. And holy smokes, was he a struggle to play in the beginning. Early game, spirit wave build is a bitch. Holy cow. You just literally, like I had to do, you just literally have to tell yourself, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get this guy to level 60. I'm gonna get him, you know. I think they made making alts super easy this season because you inherit all the Paragon points of your main, which is absolutely the best freaking idea ever. Love it. I have not seen another game doing that, although there may be one. I just think that is a great idea. Great idea. So now the whole name of the game is really, honestly, get your main character to Torment 4, get his Paragon points above 200. I mean, I would recommend a little more, but at least above 200, and then go create your alt. Because your alt's gonna suck getting him to that level 60. I still think the XP climb is slower. I know others are saying it's not. I think it's slower, but now a lot of people are saying don't skip the campaign with your alt. It's got a lot of built-in leveling. It's just that I hate the campaign. So I absolutely never recommend anybody to do the campaign. It's just too painful to do once. Well, yeah, that's true too. I could save my caches for my alts. I don't get any caches right now because my Tree of Whispers is bugged on this character for over a week. And Blizzard apparently can't figure it out. Oh, awesome, Mo Money. Well, guess what? Now that you did that, you're going to be in the same boat as me. I'm wearing that exact same piece that you just made, Tyrell's Might. And poof, overnight, that build has changed to now using the Shroud of Death because now that is available and it wasn't prior. And no longer does it use the Harmony of Ibiwaka. It now uses, oh, I want to say it's the Perdition piece. It might have been Harlequin Crest. I would have to check again. But anyway, hence the reason why I'm here farming mythics again. Because now all of my mythics have to be changed. Not a big deal. The Shroud of Death is worth it. My Barbarian is wearing it, and I love it, but I may not love it with this character. Again, like I said, the Barbarian is so easy to play, and this character's Tyrell's Might really does help it a lot. Not as cool to build. Yeah. Yeah, the loot drop is nice. I'm gonna tell you now, I believe I believe she needs one lift for tier for Tyrell. I believe that the drop rate has changed. That's just me. I feel like it's gotten worse, the mythic drop rate. But I've been doing this a lot. And to me, after the patch, it just seems like mythics are much more in between, in which I don't blame them. It's early season, and man, they were just dropping. Okay, so Exquisite Blood's gone. So now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Varshan. All right. So let's go. We're gonna go over here. I had a great weekend. Tyrell's is sweet. Yeah, I agree. It's got some pieces that are very nice. Yeah, I think everything this season is a little bit more difficult.
How can I help?
To get, and I think Blizzard believes the opposite. I believe that they believe that they made it easier for you to get the pieces that you want. And I tend to disagree. I mean, still, like, if you're like me and it sounds like you're doing the same thing as me, trying to get like crit chance on a piece, you're still there for a long time, spending a lot of money, spending a lot of mats, trying to change that piece to be what you want it to be. If that makes any sense. All right. So Varshan has changed this year. Dopamine, exactly. Varshan has changed this year that now his shield comes up at all weird different times of the fight. It's no longer just based on the ads that he throws. He's been very frustrating to fight unless they fix that, but I think it was an intended change. So you're going to notice his shield is going to be up a lot more often than what you think, unless they fixed it. Or we can burn him down so quick that he doesn't even have time to throw it. Which is even better. Pretty quick. Well, there he's hanging in a little bit longer. Still not long enough to throw his shield. Yeah, this build has changed quite a bit just overnight. Really, since the release now of the Shroud of Death. Because, you know, that was on hold for a while because they had some issues with it at first. So they didn't release it. So a lot of pieces that were calling for it changed over to Tyrell's Might. Telling you, it's now been almost a half hour. 0 mythics have dropped for anybody. Not a single one. Very interesting. Somebody got killed.
Can't carry it.
Oh, full.
I appreciate it.
This is the Quill Volley, yeah. I would not recommend Spiritborn. I absolutely hate Spiritborn Nidlap. I really do. I hate it. I'm not just saying I hate it. I play it because it was the first new class and I was like, okay, let's do it. I have a barbarian and I have a necromancer that I prefer way more than this ever. A lot of people were getting pretty frustrated with the Spiritborn and quitting before they ever reached level 20. I just pushed myself through it. Now, I've heard that they've made some changes that may or may not have made it better or worse, but through that early game period. But Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but anyway, that's just me. I'm a barbarian guy. I like barbarian. I like druid. I like sorcerer. I kind of forced myself to play necromancer and some of the other ones just so I can get familiar with them and understand them, but I don't necessarily like them. Like my necromancer right now, my spirit wave necromancer, holy smokes, is he just a pain in the butt. And my barbarian is a blast. But I don't think he's ready yet to try to push anybody through these. But he will be soon. Okay, you got your ruin. Awesome. That's good news. This is the longest Garcon lasted right there. Well, it is interesting that we're not seeing mythics drop yet. How full are you guys? Yeah, let's go ahead and go back. It's your new favorite class? That's good. I know a lot of people are starting to really change their tune and really like Spiritborn the later it gets. And a lot of them like different builds than what I'm doing, which may be also a reason. I don't know. Will I try it again and someday? Maybe. Maybe next season. But right now, and try a different build. But right now, it's just like this build, Quill Volley. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm playing a rogue. I feel like I'm playing a rogue. I don't really know why we had to create a whole new class. But that's just this build. But anyway. It feels to me very roguey. A little more tankier though. But I credit the tankiness to Tyril's might. Yeah, in the early game though, yeah, Spiritborn, but that's true with almost every one of the classes, and that's true almost with every game too, I should say. Path of Exile is kind of the same way. Early game is kind of a struggle to force yourself to get through. And if you're pushing the XP, so that means you're pushing the difficulty, you're doing a lot of dying. Okay, you got 2 more backs, I think you're saying you got. That's awesome. I know you guys are using these for making mythics. I've just been getting them from the drop, so I haven't really been making them. I probably should. That'd be way easier. But to be honest with you, I've been using almost every single thing that's dropped for me. I've been lucky. I have a couple pieces in my stash right now that I have no use for, and I did break a couple pieces, but
I apologize.
don't apologize, Spiritborn. Nope. It's all right. That's why it's all part of it's just a game, man. Just a game. Don't even sweat it. You know what I am gonna do though? I am gonna pop an armor one here. Let me do that. I gotta go to town too. Do I have one for armor? I don't. Let me pop life.
My bags are
Okay, let me go to town. Yeah, I agree. I think they definitely made the drops worse after the patch. I know that there were some people that came out and said the drops got improved, and I'm like, where? Because they've been terrible ever since the last patch. And I'm not saying they did change it or didn't change it. I'm just saying, yeah, it sucks right now.
Don't ruin all that
And
work.
this is what sucks, is because they change it and they don't tell you they changed it. And so the next thing you know, you're burning through a ton of mats until later when they say, oh, we increased the drop rate. Well, you sons of bitches, because to be honest with you, if you would be honest with me and tell me you changed this, I would probably live without running these for a while until you changed it back, because you're gonna change it back. Because that's what Blizzard does. They play this game and they get people all in an uproar. And so now they're going to be changing this again. So it gets kind of hard to really understand, you know what I mean? To understand like true drop rates and things, boss natures, things like that, because they just keep going in there and messing with it over and over and over. They did it during season 4 too. I don't remember them doing it too much last season. Yeah, and affix items too. I mean, the most that I'm seeing, Salty, is is 2 affixes right now. Although some people have been popping up with some 4s. I saw a 4 the other day somebody got, and I've gotten 1 4 that's in my bags for some pair of gloves, crazed god gloves or whatever.
How can I
that
help?
I ain't probably even gonna use or do anything with. So yeah,
The forge is always
it's changed since the last patch. I believe they changed it, and I believe they didn't tell us that they changed it. And that's what I don't like, is let's be transparent and just tell us, hey, we went from a 4% drop rate to 2.5. You know, just tell us, man. Why would you not tell us? Because it's obvious when you run these as often as we do. You can see something changed from week 1 and 2. Oops. But it's crazy. I think yeah, for last Friday was the same way. I mean, before that patch, we were running these and people, the whole group was getting multiple mythics. Multiple. People were leaving the group and we were getting new people to join, and they were getting 2 to 3 mythics. So it's a dramatic change. No purple from anyone today so far. Which tells me that, okay, if this is the case, then the best thing to really do in the future is wait and run my alts, get them through content, get them to where they need, get them the basic gear set, and then wait, because they're going to change it again, and they're going to change it fairly soon. I don't doubt it at all. Again, like I said, I think some of this is done because of November 15th. November 15th is Path of Exile 2. So if I was Blizzard, what I would do is I would make the drop rates really good, like the week before Path of Exile 2. Because irregardless of how good your drop rates are, people are going to leave the game. You may have a small chance to keep people, few people, if the drop rates were really, really good. A lot of people that love Path of Exile, like myself, we're going to go and play Path of Exile 2. There's just, you're not going to stop it. It's going to happen. You're going to lose players. Love, made biker. Honestly, that's how it's going to be. And that's true every season, and in every game. Last Epoch comes out with a new cycle. All right. it just goes on and on and on. Once human starts its new cycle, it's just on and on and on. Players leave, players come back. Players leave, players come back. Yeah, PoE is very awesome. All right, is rebounding. I like the rebounding aspect a lot. I like it. You're talking about these quills the way I like them. I like it. But I suppose there's reasons not to use that aspect too if you can find a better one. You know, it's what I started with. I like it. It's been pretty good. Real disappointed about this drop rate though. We just went through a bunch of mats over at Lord Zir. Nobody got a single piece. We're now going through mats here. And I'm not seeing a single freaking piece drop. Oh, we lost 2 people? That's just a shame that they changed it like this. And what's the fear? Why do you think they would change it like this? Do you think it's because they're afraid everybody's going to have all the gear within the first month? Oh, I don't know if that's really a problem that you should be concerned about. I would think you actually would want to make it the exact opposite, because I know for a fact by helping people get geared up and get their mythics, they enjoy the game way more. They play it more. They help others more. The people that are under-geared, those are the ones that are leaving the game because they're frustrated. They can't get to the end game content. They can't do the end game content. All they can do is watch videos about the end game content. So people ask me all the time, why do you help these people? Why do you do that? And it's like, what do you mean? Why do I do that? Number one, they need help. Number two, I enjoy it. What? I don't understand the question. Why are you asking? But I get asked it a lot. My question back is, well, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you helping other people? Why aren't you in the game? Because you're going to find out once you start doing it, it's a lot of fun. Every single time one of these people gets Mythics gear, I'm happy. But it's not fun, you know, for people to struggle and trying to level and trying to get to that end game gear, and especially the casual players. And I mean the super casual players, the moms and dads that can only play maybe if they're lucky one day on the weekend because work has their life. You know, their life is cooking. It's cooking every day. Their life is just go, 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 go. So, yeah. To me, you probably didn't get anything yesterday. You carried a group turnpike yesterday. No mythic. So they've changed, whether they want to admit it or not. They have changed the drop rate for sure. We're not seeing nothing today. And just what, a week prior, we were seeing groups walking away, multiple pieces every day. Everyone in the group, and we even replaced people in the group, and they would get more. Well, we're gonna have a lot of junk gear. What's up, Marcy? You haven't pulled one from loot all season, more money as well. I did, and a lot of these people were during a week ago, but now today, looks like we're gonna run through here with nothing. It's all right. We're gonna go to Grigori too. I'm not giving up. I'm telling you, I want to know.
My bags.
Bags are full again. Yeah, I agree, Mo Monies, exactly. Okay, so I will probably end up before November 15th. I will more than likely end up switching over to my barbarian and doing these runs for people. He's just not quite ready yet. He's not even Torment 4 yet. He's Torment. He's just getting ready to go. He's Torment 1. So he's just got all of his mythic gear. So now he's getting real close. In fact, we'll start running him through Torment probably Torment 2 pit tonight, maybe. I hope. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'm having any time. Yeah, we got a lot of them in Grigori at the past. Grigori was dropping doubles even. But again, I think all of that's changed since the last time we were at Grigori. Yeah, I've never really understood lowering the drop rate either, but there's a lot of things that I've never understood what Blizzard does. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest about this season. Adding these mercenaries was absolutely stupid. They do absolutely nothing. They're just ridiculous. You can like leave one character alive, one enemy alive, and watch what your mercenaries do. They don't do squat. They're stupid. It's just a stupid addition that people were crying about that they wanted from past Diablos. The same is true with the ruins. The ruins are worthless. I mean, they don't do anything that makes any significant difference in the game whatsoever. It's just, why were they added? Well, they were added because everybody wanted it to be the past Diablo version. So Blizzard always gives in, always. Now you got this hardcore faction of people that believe that mythics should not be traded because it should be hard to get them. Why? Do you really believe any of these bosses in Diablo are hard? I mean, let's be honest. Bosses in Diablo are 1, 2, 3, 4, you're dead. I mean, really, that's it. And they're not Path of Exile bosses where you have to use a little bit of strategy. So why would you want to make mythics like, oh, they should be super rare and only a few people should be able to get them? Really? Well, then you better really improve your bosses, because that's not what you have today. Today you have bosses that are easy to drop, and I shouldn't have to drop it 1,000 times to get one mythic. That's a shitty drop rate, and that's a frustrating game. Because the fact of the matter is, the reason that you're given that mythic is because I can drop this boss. So if I can drop this boss, why do I have to drop it 1,000 times to get that one piece? That's back to season 2, season 3. That's exactly how Darrell used to be. And we would run it 5 days, 6 days a week, even Saturdays, thousands and thousands of times for a 0.02% drop rate. And then they doubled it to 0.04. Yeah, it's been crazy. No, I'm not using the overpowered, no. Yeah, the only part that's hard is you got to keep replaying them, and you got to keep doing this, running back to town. Where do I buy mats from? IGGM, IGGM.com. Go there. I use actually Chumba's affiliate thing so he can become rich off of me. But yeah, that's now where I don't do any. I totally have stopped farming mats. I'm done with that stupid crap. Hey, Okay, we'll keep that one too.
Sample my wares.
Nope, don't want to sample your wares. So yeah, I was thinking I was gonna come on here and do like we've been doing and just have mythics drop like crazy, and we were gonna be able to replace all this guy's gear because I want to replace those mythics that I'm wearing now. But guess what? They have made this a real grind again. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. I mean, it's just a sad situation that they made it like that. Be quite honest, I thought it was very fun when they were dropping like crazy. People were getting all kinds of stuff. People were creating multiple alts. Now, if you're gonna let us trade them and you're gonna make them drop less, then I would understand. Then I would understand. If you change the drop rate and make them drop less but made them tradable, okay, that makes sense. But that's not what they've done, and they haven't even told us that they changed the drop rate. We're just finding it out on our own because we've been running these for so long. We know exactly what should be dropping, how many should be dropping. It's now been 48 minutes. Not a single one has dropped. I've had up to a maximum of 6 within the first 45 minutes in my bag. So really interesting that they've decided to do this. And we're full again. We're full. Breakers, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, let's go back. Well, I think the drop rate was, the drop rate was even worse than T2. I think the drop rate was at about 4%, I think. Well, actually, they said it was 7.5%. So we do know that. It was at it was at 7.5% if you ran, this was in season 5, if you ran Torment. Well, now you're not given that choice. Now it's just strictly one choice Torment boss. And this rate is not no 7%. It's not even 1%. It's not even 1%. And I can tell you, because I'll tell you how many times, as soon as we get this run, I'll show you how many times, I'll tell you how many times we ran it. We haven't seen a single mythic drop. And now all of a sudden this guy's got balls. What happened there? Okay, so we have ran this. Oops. All right, we have ran this. We have ran it a total of 50 times. Oh, no, take that back. We ran it a total of 97 times. And that doesn't include all of them that we ran Lord Zir this morning, which is probably over 100. And we haven't seen a single mythic drop. So that has reminiscing feelings of previous seasons. Unless, like I said, if they were to come out tomorrow and say, hey, guess what? This patch, we're going to allow you to trade mythics. Okay, now dropping the rate makes sense. But, oh, okay, we just got Spearborn, just got one. Thank God. So 100 times, one drop. Not too bad. That's not as bad as 1,000. Like I said Friday, I think a lot of times it's just luck too. I've ran Darrell before where 30 times he didn't drop a thing, and then all of a sudden double, you know, 4 in a row, double, you know, he was doing some crazy stuff. I think grinding for a piece of gear is stupid. It's just mindless. It's like, really, if that's all you can come up with, developer, you need a different job, man, because this should not be the only thing that we can find interesting to do. What they should be doing is, you know, getting this gear out there, pushed to people with some good content and some bosses that require the gear. Right now, all the gear you're giving me, you can see I don't even need it. But yeah, that's kind of the path they give you now is, you know, which build am I following? The Quill Volley. It's pretty much a straight up Quill Volley. No overpower, no nothing. Although now it's all changed because now, you know, Shroud of Death has been released. So yeah, now it's kind of changed a little bit. That's hence the reason why I'm here.
I can't salvage that.
Doing this because I need to replace these pieces. This is now, I think, Perdition. I think this, instead of Tyro's Might, is now Shroud of Death. And I got to put the boots on here. So a lot of things changed just over the last couple days. Really, it was because people realized Shroud of Death is out, and Shroud of Death is actually pretty freaking nice. My Barbarian wears it, and it's a nice piece. I ain't gonna lie. It's worth having. If you can get it, wear it. It's a good piece. But you know, they turned it off for part of the season, the beginning, and now they just turned it on where you can get it, and my Barbarian got it right away. Because when it first released, they had that thing dropping like crazy. They wanted everybody to know, hey, it's available, it's out here, here it is. And I think my Barbarian got it like on a maybe third or fourth run with Lord Zir. Oh, you got your back, got your runes. All right, perfect. Next time you go to town, take a quick second and go get your piece. I know you've been dying to get it. Full. There we go. Back to town. You're welcome. You're welcome, Spirit Porn. Go back to town. Get your piece you want right now. Put it on. I know you've been dying for it, bro. Go get it. I used to do my own builds, Anthony, for season after season after season. No, we're full, Junior. But the last season and now this season, I'm kind of using cookie cutter builds, but I'm also changing them up to be more for what I like and how I like to play my characters. But yeah, I used to really enjoy doing my own builds, but I will say that I did have some viewers tell me it was boring. Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, there were some streams that I would redo my Paragon board six times during the same stream, you know, just because I was trying to play with an idea, a concept that I wanted to see if it was going to work or not. And I would go through an entire change and test it and then go, nope, don't like it. I need to tweak this, tweak that. But yeah. What's up, Art? Aaron, good to see you. Aaron Tide, good to see you. Yeah, it's making your own builds is actually easier than you think. And a lot of times, actually, you know, I'll say this, a lot of times you go to these sites like Mobalytics. I saw that, Aaron, good. A lot of times you go to like Mobalytics or stuff and other places, you'll see players' builds that they're presenting, and you'll find some really cool builds, and some of them that are like super awesome to play and fun. You got a Necro build. I have a Necro build as well, the Spirit Wave. I can't say I'm enjoying it, but Necro is my worst every season. I just never really, I always try to do one of every character. The Necro I always struggle with, just never really liked it. Okay, oh, we have an opening right now. Somebody just left, so somebody was just trying to get in, and now we've got an opening. Okay, we're gonna keep pushing this. Just keep going. Oh, there we go. Smashes in. There we go. Okay, it's only gonna be 3 of us because there's only 3. But he scales up pretty heavy. Marshawn does this season, and he also throws his. Like I told you guys earlier, you'll see his shield like it just went up and went right back down. He throws the shield now, not based on just his ads. He'll just decide to throw it. Kind of nerve-wracking sometimes fighting him because now there's no rhyme or reason. He just throws it when he wants to. There we go. Unbelievable that we're not seeing no mythics whatsoever. Oh, I'm full.
Can't do that here.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know any good boss to farm right now. It's just been that bad. Why am I not being able to hit the town? I have to hit it twice. Okay, well, if you're struggling once you go to T4 and from T3 to T4, the first thing I would do, bro, just to test it, to make sure that it is what I think it is go throw Juggernaut aspect on one of your pieces, probably your pants or, you know, something, and then go run it again and see, did that help? Because a lot of times it's just that little boost in armor that you're missing. You know, and try that. Well, we just ran Lord Zir the Darkened Way. We just ran him 100 times and he didn't drop a single thing. I'm telling you, since the patch, it's been way worse, the drop rate. It's just changed to something, I don't know what. Normally, we would have seen multiple mythics by now. We haven't seen a single one. Well, we saw one. We did see one. And it's been 1 hour, but we saw one. Like I said, the most I've ever seen was 40. I had 6 of them in my bag, my personal bag, in 45 minutes. So it's definitely not doing that today, and it wasn't doing that Friday. I'm full. Oh, okay. Well, what does your armor go to in T when you go to Torment 4? Does it drop? Because you should be okay, but that's interesting. At 4,000 life, you should be fine.
Don't ruin all that work.
So that's interesting. I'm curious if something is dropping. We're just farming any mythics to drop. I'm just trying to get everybody something here. But mythics, drop rate's gotten really bad here since the patch. I mean, like I said, we just ran Lord Zir for over 100 times. Nothing. Then we came here, we've had 1 drop. And we've already ran him over 100. So let's really interesting. Yeah, well, it wasn't better off getting a mythic from a tribute before. I'm telling you, last week, we had every single person in the group had over 2 items, mythics, and they left and new people joined and they got multiple mythics. It's just changed over since they did this patch. It's just gotten to the point where it may not make sense, like you just said, to run bosses. It may make more sense to go run the tribute and get your mythic that way now, because this is crazy. What's up, Padre? Good to see you. You think it's on purpose to keep people playing? I think that's the exact opposite. And I think Blizzard knows that. I think that's the exact opposite reason why they would change the drop rates, because they have shown over season 5 data alone showed that more people were playing and stayed active when they increased the drop rate and gave more people more mythics. The play goes down when you take that away. I mean, it just does, because past seasons 1 through 4, that's what it showed. You know, people left the game frustrated, pissed off. Oh, I seen it over and over and over in comments everywhere. I ran Durrell 5,000 times and it dropped 2 mythics. Yeah, I believe that, because in the past, that's exactly what Durrell did. And that's what chased players away from the game. So I don't know. I think Blizzard's doing what I would say a very smart move right now. They're breaking the drop rate harder to do, right? And I'm guessing probably November 7th. So another few weeks. Another what, 3 weeks? You're going to see that change. And the drop rate's going to get enhanced. Why is this dude? Oh, we lost everybody. I see. And they're going to change it and make the drop rate awesome again to keep players, because they know that's what keeps players, and they have to compete with Path of Exile 2. And because they know Path of Exile 2 is coming up, they know that players are going to leave. I think they're going to change the drop rate right around that time period and try to keep the player base. But players are going to leave anyway. I mean, Blizzard's just opened their eyes to that. Oops, sorry, I started it. Didn't mean to. But Blizzard does stupid shit like that all the time. So yeah, I am not surprised. Yeah. I mean, a lot of D4 players are going to go to Path of Exile 2, but a lot of D4 players are scared to death of Path of Exile. And I've turned on a lot of Diablo 4 players from my Twitch account mainly to Path of Exile. And they've all said, oh yeah, you're right. It's pretty incredible. What the hell is that about? Why do I have that? That's stupid. All right. And a lot of Diablo 4 players won't go to Path of Exile just because they're scared of, they see that skill tree and it freaks them out. And I keep telling them, just go do a build off the internet. It'll be cake. All right, let's go. We only got 4 more runs here, and then we're gonna go do Gogori. I'm gonna test these bosses. I swear this has gotten terrible. It's just a really shitty drop rate today. And it was Friday, ever since the patch. Like I said, okay, last run here, then we're gonna go to town, then we're gonna go to Grigori. And I can tell you right now, we ran this a lot. I'll tell you exactly how many here in a minute. We ran this bad boy 100, 150, 152 times for one drop. I mean, it's better than 1,000, right? Okay, so I said we're gonna go to Grigori, right? So go here. Yeah, I mean, I think Anthony though with Path of X, and the same is true, yeah, with Diablo 4. They just people don't want to learn the ins and outs of it, and that's okay. I mean, to me, that's okay. I mean, like I said earlier, especially there's a lot of those casual players out there that, you know, they're happy just to be able to play one day for a couple hours on the weekend. So I get it, you know. This season, there's probably the best way to farm gold again is Tree of Whispers and Infernal Hordes. Yeah, they don't do it anymore. Not like they used to. Oh, why did I come back here? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, they don't do it like they used to. Infernal Hordes was way better. I agree. Yeah, not everybody has the time. I mean, yeah, Cyanide Yummy, same thing. I don't understand though, why would Blizzard keep that a secret? Why wasn't that part of their patch notes that they usually always tell us? You know, drop rate change for bosses. I mean, we do know that they messed with gear because they added the Shroud of Death back into the rotation. Did that somehow screw things up, or was this a change intentional? I mean, with Blizzard, you never know. I mean, they may come back tomorrow and say, oops. All right, so if you're under armor, if you're a little bit below armor, remember, when I start the fight, you're going to want to hug a wall. The red squares are going to show up. Once they're gone, boom, attack. Here we go. And I move these pretty quick, so be aware. Oh, see? You didn't hug the wall, man. I saw it thumping on you. I was like, okay. Okay, here we go. Watch out now. There you go. Beautiful. So this guy has been a huge hotspot, but again, we came here after the patch and he wasn't a hotspot anymore. So yeah, they did some type of drop rate change, maybe intentionally, maybe unintentionally. We don't really know. We'll know if they don't fix it. Here we go. Watch out. Hug the wall. Goodness. What a sad situation. There went all of our beautiful drops that we were getting for, well, at least a good couple weeks after the release, and now one day just bam. My big thing is this, and if Blizzard did this on purpose, let me just say this, because I would believe that they would. What did you gain by changing the drop rate do you believe, and does anyone here believe that it's more fun to run the same boss over and 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 over to get a mythic item? I mean, really? Is that's fun? Because most builds in today's world are going to use at least one mythic item, and probably more than one. You know, not all of them, but probably a lot of them are going to use like the ring and a headpiece, or the ring and the chest piece, or maybe the ring, chest piece, and headpiece. Anyway, or maybe a weapon. So anyway, changing the drop rate to be like it used to be in season 2 and season 3 and in season 4 makes no sense to me. Because where is the enjoyment of that? How is that a goal? That I'm going to keep coming back to the game to go get frustrated by running this 1,000. No, I'm going to stop. There's too many games out there. I'm going to go pick another game, and I'm going to go play a game that's fun, and I don't have to sit there and do the same thing for 8 hours to try to get one piece. And by the way, I need way more than that one piece. I need multiple pieces, because Blizzard, that's how you created the game. So I totally disagree, and games that make you do that, I think, are getting worse farther and farther than most, because most people are leaving those games. There's too many choices right now, and good choices, and there's more coming every day. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Blizzard does, because I would not doubt that they did this on purpose due to Path of Exile 2, and they can then lower it when Path of Exile gets close. But and to me, that just fits Blizzard's signature that they would do that. Wow, look at this drop rate today. Okay, I gotta go down. Yeah, see, haven't got one mythic, and you know, no mythics. Everybody's saying, you know, you've been doing a lot of runs in chat and that they're not getting mythics. So even though Blizzard has not informed us that they did, let's be honest, they did. They changed the drop rate. And so until we see another patch, testing this again in the future, like the rest of this week, may not make any sense, because honestly, I don't want to burn through mats for no reason. And if Blizzard thinks that I'm going to be entertained by running this thousands of times, I got news. I mean, we've left this game every season to go play another game, and we always come back just to help others out. And so I have no problem leaving the game. I already have 3 characters. I have no problem leaving the game, going and doing something else, and then coming back. Well, you know, I agree with Spiritborn is saying, but that is a problem with the end game, which is, we've always said, Blizzard has no, you know, Diablo has no end game, per se. You know, I mean, Path of Exile has an end game. You run maps. Last Epoch has an end game. You run Monolith. You know, and it keeps expanding and growing and more possibilities. What does Diablo 4 have? It has the same X amount of bosses that don't change, and that's it. Kill the bosses, that's your end game. So the real end game is, when somebody said, and one of my followers said the other day, the end game in Diablo 4 is doing exactly what we're doing, helping other people gearing up. But now they took that away, so you gotta go, what's holding you here then? I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I have no problem leaving the game and coming back later. Path of Exile, I already did King's March, but I could go there and create multiple characters as well. Once Human, you know, we left and went and played that game for quite a while. So, you know, me leaving isn't going to teach Blizzard a lesson, that's for sure. But trust me. Yeah, they've got way bigger fish to fry than just a few people leaving their game. They know it. I mean, I like Diablo 4. And you guys have heard me say it before. I like Diablo 4 because, you know, when I come home from work, I don't work anymore, I'm retired. But when I would come home from work and my brain was fried and my brain was blitzed and I didn't want to think of anything, this is the perfect game. The perfect game. You can come home, you can just kill stuff mindlessly. You don't have to think about it. It doesn't take a whole lot of skill to use the skill board and, you know, all of that here. When I play Path of Exile, those bosses take strategy. They take some. Now, of course, once you run the same boss over and over, that strategy is it becomes easy. But that's true with anything. Come on, baby. So even thinking positive thoughts doesn't help mythics drop. Who would have imagined? Oh. Wow. So here's what we'll probably end up doing the rest of this week is I may come online with my barbarian, and he's only, well, he should be torment 2 by tomorrow, I would think, but maybe not. But anyway, whatever he's at, we might just come in and run that, and we'll see. What's up, Otep? Yeah. Yeah, it's been a struggle with this drop rate now change like this. This has really been interesting change that they would decide to do that. And I definitely understand why they would not tell anyone that they did it, because they know people are going to go through the roof. And I mean, but the stupid part is, do you think we're not going to know? I mean, yeah, a lot of majority of people would never know because they don't even come and run these bosses, you know, but we do it every day. And we can see that from Thursday of last week to today, the drop rate has decreased. Not just, I mean, a lot. Huge, 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 huge drop. I mean, it has now been 1 hour and 20 minutes and we've had what? We've had one mythic, and this is normally we've gotten probably 10 to 12 by now. And especially because the way I do it, we run around to each boss and none of them are dropping. This is like season 2 shit right here. Season 3, this is what they did. Yeah. Oh, Ring of Starless guys. There we go. 2 of them. We got 2 drops in an hour and a half. Awesome. Okay. I'm glad to see that. That makes me feel better. Awesome. Smash got the ring. Awesome. Okay. That makes me feel better, Smash. I feel better now. Now let me go town 2. Bro, right now we're full. Modest, we are full right now. Jack Lewis Shell, if you want to use that piece, you have to have your something. What was it? Gosh dang it, I cannot remember. There was something that you had to make sure. Yeah, I can't remember. I want to say it was. Man, I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. To make that piece work, that chest piece work, you have to have this ring, but you have to make sure that where you see at the bottom, when you critically strike, you regain 40%, 7% of your vigor. That's the most important thing on this whole ring. That is the only thing right now you want to care about looking for on that ring, is get that up to 47%. I've never seen one higher, although there are, but 47% is pretty common. You have to have that, bro, to get that, because you need that vigor to keep building. So that's your only way. Well, I know I'm looking forward to Path of Exile too, but and now I've kind of shied away from the November 15th date, only because it's depending on what they're going to do with it. If they're going to make it a closed alpha, I don't want to play it. I mean, I'm just not interested, because it's just not something I want to do. And the things I'm seeing here recently has been closed alpha talk, and that you got to register for it. And that's not what they started the conversation out being. So yeah, I just need to find the time to go to Steam and look, because I hear they did some releases on that, some topics on that exact topic. Because I think the initial full release was always planned for early 2025. And they were going to do an alpha release November 15th, early access, blah, blah, blah. Then, like a few weeks ago, they mentioned, whether they meant to say it or not, that you had to apply to play that alpha, that release on November 15th. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Now that's a closed alpha, or even it's a closed release. It's not open. I don't want to do a closed game. I'm just not interested in it. A lot of times, whatever they're seeing is not going to be what the end game content's going to be. It just kind of spoils it for me. I just, I was under the impression it was going to be an open beta, open early release kind of thing. And now some of the topics have mentioned other things, and I'm like going, all right, not too sure I want to play that if that's what it's going to be.
A warrior. How may I serve?
Like I said, there's so many other games that I'm not in, that I play. And then a lot of them I don't stream. I mean, Lost Ark, I've been playing it forever. I don't stream it ever. I think I might have streamed it maybe twice over the last 4 years. And that was probably just because it was something I was doing. I was lazy. It was easy to pop up on my streaming computer and go. Morning, I am Swiggles. All right, so okay, let's go. I don't know why, but for some reason, it blends in there, because it's like, it seems like we're missing somebody every time I look. But then I always go, oh no, he's right there. Oh, okay, I'm out of living steel. So now we're gonna go to Durrell. All right, I can tell you right now how many we ran here too. Let's see, we ran 50. We only ran 50 Gregories. All right, so now we're gonna go to Durrell. And I have to go, so we're gonna go here. Got your first mythic today, 3 back to back. What torment level were you? Because I heard a rumor that torment 4 drop rate has changed and that lower torment levels have not. Is that true? Did you get it at torment 4? Oh, well then shit. Isn't that interesting? 3 of them back to back. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, but either way, I mean, I'm just interested that you were able to get them because the drop rate seems like it's changed. You got 3 back to back. That's pretty incredible. All right, what was I gonna do? I gotta grab mats. All right, so here we go. This is the boss that back in season, in the past, you had to run this guy thousands and thousands of times. I mean thousands. Because the drop rate was so terrible.
Need time for that.
And the only thing, honestly, that got me through it is because I ran with other people to help them, or I would have gone insane. So you got 1 of Gregorian, 1 of Jarrell. All right. 10 runs each. Oh, see? That's awesome. Man, we just did 200 runs at... we did 150 runs at... Varsan. And we did probably 120 runs at... 110 runs at Zir. Then we just did another 50 runs at Grigori. We've only had 2 drops. Very disappointing. All right, if you don't know this fight, when he pops up on the second phase, hopefully we'll burn him before that. But if he does happen to pop up on the second phase, run and hug the wall before he pops up out of the ground, because he will hurt you. There you go. You're not gonna have to worry about it. We're gonna burn him before that. That's what I was hoping. Under 10. So that's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it is really random. I said that Friday when we were doing the same thing. We weren't getting squat for drops. I was like, is this so random? You just don't know. Is it they changed the drop rate, or is it just unlucky day? Is it... Because we've had unlucky days before, but never this few. I mean, I've always been able to gear up groups rather quickly. And now it's just been horrible. Yeah, this is Torment 4, yeah. PK, it's been, the drop rate for Mythics has been horrible. We've only seen 2 drop in the last hour and a half, which is way low compared to what I normally see. I mean, way low. Not even half of what we normally see. Like I said, usually in 45 minutes, my bag has got at least a minimum of 3. The maximum I've seen is 6 in 45 minutes in my bag. Not even including theirs. I mean, last week, Thursday, I know that we geared up everybody with at least 2 mythics each, and people left the group, and more people joined, and each of them got more mythics. So, yeah, it's just luck of the who knows what.
Can't fit that in the bag.
Yeah, that's full. Yeah, being able to craft a mythic gear is very cool. It's helped a lot of people. I agree with that, Crazy. Yeah, Spiritborn. I have another character. I have 2 other characters. I have a Barbarian, Mighty Throw, and I have a Necromancer, Spirit Wave. So yeah, I actually will probably play my Barbarian. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If I knew that they changed the drop rate for sure, I would probably play my Barbarian tomorrow and not run bosses. Yeah, I have a Necro too, yeah. Yeah, getting the ruins are hard. Getting the ruins are a pain in the butt. They really are. The best way I've seen to use is the Undercity, because you can use that one, specialization thing and go for ruins and stuff. But even then, there's just too many ruins. They're gonna watch. They're gonna change it, or they will. I guarantee you that's gonna get nerfed somehow. Takes too long to try to find the ones you need because they don't drop at set places. Like if you're looking for Moni, the MONI one, I mean, it's a blue, so yeah, it's not hard to get. It's just hard to get because you got to find where it drops. So something needs to be fixed with that. I don't know how they're gonna fix it. But those probably should be hard to get, because they've already made it pretty simple for you to get a mythic by just making it, as long as you can get those ruins. But even that's not a true statement, because you still have to have at least 2 mythics, 2 sparks, which you probably should have, just from going through the campaign and reputation and all that. Kill Lilith, you should have your 2 sparks right there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I said. The Undercity, I think, is a good bet if you're gonna look for ruins. It's where I've gone when I needed them. I went and ran the Undercity. I had to run it and then run it. I think I ran it. I want to say I ran it 5 times. I know I ran it more. I had to run it like 7 times or something like that, because I needed 6 of one and I had 0 of. And I just got lucky and got it every time except for 1. So I had to run it 7 times.
My bags are full.
One mythic after 78 runs of Durrell. So, and again, Estee saying the same thing, that drop rates changed. I agree. Last Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, holy cow, mythics were dropping like crazy. We were gearing up groups like nothing, man. Just like season 5 days. Now, I'm struggling to get these guys anything. I personally haven't gotten a single piece. We've only dropped, I think we've seen 2 pieces now. Maybe 3. Maybe it was 3. It's terrible. I know that not everybody in the group has gotten a piece, which is very rare for my groups. Okay, here we go. Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's just a grind. Always is, though. And it's not just with Diablo, it's with every game. Here, I'll tell you. My build just changed dramatically, too, if you check that link, but I'll give it to you here in a second. Really do. Okay, my build is, let me send it to you. Oh, I was also going to check something else. Okay, that's good. All right, my build is this. Let me grab it. That there. That is the build that I am using. Let me put it over here for you. Okay. It just changed dramatic. Oh, Visage and Dario's Visage just dropped. Okay, so now we've got for sure 3 drops in an hour and a half. It's still not good, man. It's still just not good. It's so bad. Yeah, see, I never played the monk, so I know a lot of people. I've heard that same comparison from a lot of people. I never played the monk in past versions, so I know that I'm not a fan of Spiritborn. I didn't like it when they first announced it. I don't like it more now that I've played it. I just feel like there should have been something else. The nature, we don't need another nature class. It was already everything that this guy does could have been rolled into the druid very easily. But you know, it is what it is. It's their game, so they can do whatever they want to do. I don't care. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard Crusader. I've heard Paladin. I've heard some people talk about that they wanted like a knight kind of thing. So who knows? I'm not complaining about it. I'm not complaining about the Spiritborn. I mean, I'm playing one. I wish they would have done something different, but it's their choice, and it is something. At least it's a change, so I'm happy for that. That's the only reason I like season 6, and is all of this is just such a big change that. And some of the changes I like a lot. Some of them I hate. I hate not having different levels in Infernal Horde that I can create and control. I love that my Paragon board now is directly transferred to all of my alts, which is awesome. Trying to help me get that mythic. He's thinking positive thoughts. I honestly, you know, I don't need any mythic. I want to change my gear out to different mythics, but I'm using mythics now that I'm happy with. But I would if whoops. Oh, too late. I already dropped it. Sorry. Shit. Yeah, he's scaled for 4. There's 3 of us, so we're just gotta stick it out here. He's gonna go underground, so make your way to the wall if you need to. Oh, we got him. Never mind. Oh, we lost. I should have started it then. That was my fault. All right, I'm full again. Well, that was one of the other things that is so weird about Blizzard. I mean, part of the reason that I think season 5 was as successful as it was because you kind of took the pit out of the equation. You didn't make it where we were forced to run it. I hated the pit in the PTR. I hated the pit, period. I am a pit hater. I just think that it is the most repetitious, boring, like running these bosses over and over again. It's like, how is this fun? It's not. You know, if you're not dropping any gear, why am I here running it? You know, I mean, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier, that we may not be doing this tomorrow because it's not fun when it's not dropping gear. All right, it's not a very fun thing to do. And the pit is the same way. And why season 5 I think was so successful is because you could go run Infernal Horde. I had 4 characters last season and I never went to the pit once. Never once. I didn't go to the pit a single freaking time. Because I was able to just get everything I needed through Infernal Horde. And I really do believe that made it to get the season much more enjoyable. And I think having that option, and I think we got the helm. I think by taking that out, you know, forcing you to do it, it removes some of the fun because people don't want to be forced to do anything. They want to have an option. And that's why season 5 was so great. You had an option. The same is true with Spiritborn. One of the smartest things I think Blizzard did with Spiritborn is because a lot of people came out when they announced it and said, why do we need another nature class? They really gave them holy hell. So what they did was smart. They said, okay, we're going to give you a Spiritborn, but you can choose 4 different spirits to play. You can do a gorilla, an eagle, you know, I mean, 4 different ones that you could play, you know, that makes it a little more interesting. That at least even if you hate the class, you can probably find one spirit in there that you're going to enjoy playing, whether it be the jaguar, the gorilla, the centipede, whatever it may be. So I mean, there's some things really good about this season that I like that they did. And there's some things that I don't. I really like the Paragon board changes. I like the fact that you're only limited to 5 boards. I like the fact that what they've done with some of the glyphs. Some of those changes I think are super good. But you don't experience too many of them until you get to at least legendary. And then after that, of course, everything is like a luxury. We've been pretty much full since we started here. Swiggles, it's all right. Big Rig, take care, bro. Be safe as always. Why am I still wearing the murder evidence? Yeah, my wife hates this shirt. She absolutely hates it. I wore this. We went to Georgia for our vacation with my best friend and his wife. And I took this shirt with me, and she was pissed that I took it, number one. And then I took these great big huge, I got these, not huge, I got these shorts that are a big skull on the side of them, and kind of 3D-ish almost. It looks like it. And then I have a t-shirt the same way. I took those because she hates them. I wore them as much as I could when we were there, just to get under her skin. Changing this drop rate, in my opinion, only makes sense unless the only way it makes sense is if you made mythics tradable. If you made mythics tradable, then yeah, change the drop rate. I agree, because now mythics are going to be everywhere. But I don't know. I don't think changing the drop rate like they've done, if that's what they've done, is very smart at this point in the game. I think a lot of people are going to leave if they get frustrated doing this like we used to. Okay, so we've seen now 4 mythics in an hour and 45 minutes. Still way less, not even half of what, I mean, way under half. Probably like 20% of what we used to get. Maybe less. Yeah, Vessel of Crashing is what it should have been called, Ryan. What mythics do I think are the best? I think the mythics that get used the most and most. I don't think there's, I wouldn't say there's a best. It all depends on your build. You know, what mythic is the best. I mean, Harlequin Crest is used a lot. Tyrell's Might is used a lot. The Ring of Starless Skies is used probably more than a lot of them. I think you're going to start seeing the Shroud of Death a lot now that it just got released. It was on hold there for a while, and I'm using it on my Barbarian, and I'm telling you, it's a strong ass piece, man. Really, it is. Yeah, I mean, the Harlequin Crest, although now it's being switched up to the Perdition. I mean, like this guy right here, I was kind of surprised to see that there's people running it with the Perdition that's like, they swear by it. So, and I used the Perdition on my Barbarian. It's a nice piece, but I think Harlequin Crest is still better. Again, though, I mean, I guess it depends on the build. Harlequin Crest just has so many advantages that it's hard to ignore them, but I've been saying the same thing about Tyrell's Might forever, that even though you may lose some damage by switching to it, it just makes you a tank. It just makes you a tank. So the things you gain from it are worth it, I think. But I'm doing a mighty throw barb. I have a mighty throw barb as well. I also have a spirit wave necro. And I will be surprised if I do a 4th character this season. We'll see. Usually I do one of every character, but I'm really not enjoying this season. What's up, Chumba? I can't say that I'm really enjoying this season too much. So I don't know if how many characters I'll do. I mean, I got 3 now. It would be easy for me to throw together. I mean, I've gotten so proficient now at getting them to level 60 and getting them into Torment that it's pretty quick. I did my Necro in less than a day. I mean, I'm sorry, my Barbarian, not my Necro. We'll see what happens. I know that right now, since the last patch, if you go and look at any of the S tier builds, everything is dropped out. The only thing left in it is Spiritborn. I mean, all the Necro builds that used to be there have dropped down to an A build, A tier. Everything is dropped. Everything. Make sure that you do a refresh on your screen, because everything has just plummeted. I was just looking at it last night. I looked at the S tier builds. I went to Diablo D4 builds, and I went to max roll, and the only thing left in S tier last night was Spiritborn. Now maybe they've added some today, but last night on both of those, it was strictly Spiritborn build.
Thanks.
Is it possible to wear oh yeah, wear multiple mythics for sure. For sure. I have characters that are wearing up to like 3 at least. Yeah, some 4, yeah, because you got some in the weapons. Like my Barbarian right now is wearing 4. My Mighty Throw. He's got the Doombringer, he's got the helm piece, he's got the chest piece, and he's got the ring. So he's wearing 4 pieces right now. Yeah, that's why I tell everybody, because a lot of people, they'll get like 2 items, and because that's what they need. And they'll say, okay, oh, there we go. They'll say, okay, that's all I need, I'm going to leave. And I'm like, do you have an alt? And they're like, yeah, but I don't want to switch to my alt. Well, why are you going to switch to your alt? It's bound to your account. So that means whatever piece you get here or spark, all of your alts can use. Every one of them. You can trade it. You can put it in your stash bag so they can each change to it as soon as they log in. I mean, until you get more pieces, that's a smart thing to do. What's up, Black Ninja? Okay, here we go. We're gonna run. Natasha, she'll get here right away, I'm sure. All right, stuff will still be on the ground when she gets here. Here we go. Oh, she's here. The Shroud armor just started dropping. My Barbarian got it right away. When they first released it after that patch, it seemed like Harlequin Crest for Spiritborn. All right, awesome. Okay, we're starting to see some drops. All right, that's our 5th drop now in almost 2 hours. Not quite 2 hours. A little bit better. We ran a lot of bosses, man. So I'm glad to see that finally something's starting to drop for people, because we ran Grigori, we ran Varshan, we ran Lord Zir. We've done probably about a total of 400 runs. There's only 5 drops, but it's not 1,000 runs, so I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Hey, we're full, doctor. We're full. I know you guys on TikTok can't see that part of the screen. Yes, people have been getting mythics from mobiles too. Yes, absolutely. You can also get mythics by running the Undercity. I think one of the things that you can change it to, the specializations that you can change it to, I want to say it's oh, I forget what it was called. Was it called Chaos? Maybe it was. Anyway, I know there's one of those that you can choose that you have a really good drop rate of mythics. Demented one, bro. I have so many of those rods. You need to send me a Made Biker Pound 1605. Send me a friend request and we'll try to hook up one of these days. I have so many of those with GAs on them, bro. I mean, I'm only saving stuff now with 2 GAs because I'm just so sick of... I am so sick of saving stuff. And I have a lot. Okay.
Yes, the game is on.
In a den chest? Yeah, there you go. Mythic came from den chest. They've made the mythics now where they can drop from anywhere. And from what I'm hearing from people, it really is a true statement.
You invite the wrath of not one, but thousands.
But I can remember in season 5 running Durrell and him doing double drops 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row, Durrell did double drops during season 5. Not the same person got the same drops, but you know, different people got each one of the drops. But 3 in a row double drops, it was great. And to me, that's fun. Not running stuff and not dropping, that's not fun. It's not fun. What's gonna keep me here and keep me coming back is keep dropping shit. And heck, season 5, we'd had over 100 and some sparks. 163, I think it was at the end. And it was fun. That was a fun season because we were constantly getting good drops. We didn't use them, we broke them all, but it was fun. I helped a lot of people gear up all their alts. I mean, we even helped other leaders in other clans so that they could go and gear up their clan, and some of those people still come and help us. PK Balance, I'm talking about you, bro. What's up, Stygian? Good to see you. Alright. We are running Torment 4. Do the Crushing Fist. A lot of people are like that Crushing Fist. Payback is been pretty popular. Especially since they nerfed Evade. Which I tried to tell people. I told them, man, that's coming. They're gonna nerf that. They know. No Durrell's this season from Durrell. I'm gonna go shopping in my stash. Yeah. Well, I usually give people the stuff that's in my stash. That's why I save it. I give it to people. I mean, if they friend request me and then they get into the game, we try to meet at a certain time, and I pass it to them because all I'm saving is multiple GA gear now.
Greetings. Hello. Hello.
All right. The drop rate is definitely decreased for sure. I don't know if it's something intentional or if it's just unlucky days from Friday to today, because other people are on Twitch chat telling me they're seeing good drops still and multiple, like 3 in a row and stuff like that. So it may just be the fact of it's just an unlucky day. I mean, that shit happens. A lot of fragments dropping. Yeah, well, that's what I said too, that it could have been a glitch when they added this Shroud of Death to the pool, because they did add it back in, and maybe they glitched something, but it's hard to say. You know, if they did glitch something, you would think that they would be doing a quick patch. I mean, I have a thing right now, an open ticket with support right now about my Tree of Whispers has been bugged for a week. I can't cash in any Tree Whispers. It's full. If I go here, look. If I go here, it's full. You can't. Okay, but it says, see how it says 11, 10, 11, and it doesn't show up there. This bug has happened to me before, and I forget how they fixed it, but they did fix it. Two-star Frostburns, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are saying the same thing. Mythics aren't dropping. Am I feeling better about Spiritborn? Not really. I don't like the Spiritborn class. I mean, I did it because it's new, but I still have the exact same feeling I did when they announced it, to be honest with you. And maybe that's why I don't like it, is because I feel like every single thing that is involved with the Spiritborn, all of it, should have been rolled into the Druid, our other nature class. We didn't need a second nature class, and they should have given us a real class. But a lot of people love Spiritborn. They really dig it. I'm happy it's a change. I don't care if I like it or don't. And maybe if I do a different build next season, I'll like it. Currently, I'm not a big fan. But I'm not a big fan of Season 6 at all. I'm just really not. Yeah, everybody got kind of forced to play Spiritborn because of how OP it was. You're right. I love my Barbarian. I like playing my Mighty Throw Barbarian. I kind of struggling with my Spirit Wave Necro. I'm trying to enjoy that, but I've never enjoyed Necro, so I knew it was going to be a struggle, and that's why I chose it, kind of, to make myself play it. And I'm surprised I haven't done a Druid yet, because it's also one of my favorite classes. I know Chumba's doing one right now. I might have to join him on that adventure. Chumba, bro, I should be making you rich, dude. I use this. No. I've been using your affiliate thingamajiggy a lot. A lot, bro. switch to short chain lightning. Sorcerer's your favorite. I like Sorcerer too. I had a Blood Necro back in, gosh, I want to say season 2, maybe? Season 3? Season 2. I think it was season 2. That's why I did this Spirit Wave. I wanted to do something different that I'd never done before. It's been a struggle just because I don't like the Necro. I've done a Necro every season. I've never liked it. I just forced myself to do it. But I've never enjoyed the Necro. I burn through it as fast as I can, honestly. Just to say, okay, I did it. I got all through all the end-game content. The end. Go to the next one. Yeah, not a fan of the Necro at all. And I shouldn't say I hate it. I don't hate the Necro. It's just I like the Barbarian. I like the Druid a lot better. Rogue. Sometimes the Rogue will piss me off depending on the build. Yeah, the Sorcerer was just my Sorcerer in season 5 was the same way, bro. Just you weren't gonna kill it, but my Druid too. My landslide Druid, there was no way you were gonna kill him. But season 5 was a whole different monster, man. I enjoyed season 5. I didn't think I would. I actually did not like the PTR. I did a terrible review of the PTR during my stream, and then I liked it. Actually, we said we were going to skip season 5. We were going to go do nothing but PoE all season. And I did go to PoE, and one of my followers reached out to me and said, hey, can you at least do one character, because I only understand it when you show it. You know, and would you please do one character, and I want you to do this one character. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, I'll come back, I'll do one real quick, and then go back to PoE. Came in, did it. I think it was the Lightning Spear Sorcerer they wanted me to do. Did it, and then absolutely loved it. Stayed there, created 3 more characters. Then I left and went and played Once Human, did the season King's March, then did Path of Exile, and then did the first Descendant, and then went back to Diablo 4 Season 5 again to help people last 6 weeks of running them through getting mythics. Yeah, see, they changed that Fractured Winterglass. They did a lot of changes to Lightning Spear Sorcerer, and they did a lot of changes to the Barbarian too over the course of the year, but that's all right. You just gotta be savvy enough to figure out a different way to do the same thing. And a lot of people have. I've seen that Lightning Spear source this season, and he's ruled pretty well. But like I said, if you go check right now at all the sites, you're going to see that the S tier builds are vacant. Everything is left except for Spiritborn. Everything dropped down to a minimum 1 tier. Some things dropped down to B tier, but S tier, nothing's left but Spiritborn. That's how it was last night, unless they've updated it again this morning. But last night, max roll and D4 builds, there was nothing in S tier except for Spiritborn. Everything dropped, which obviously is due to the patch, and I'm not sure Blizzard intended anything to drop as great as some of them did. Some of them dropped, like, what was it? The knives rogue. I can't remember what the name of the build is. But anyway, that one dropped all the way down from S tier to B. I don't think it was ever an S tier build though at D4 builds, only at max roll. And I don't think it was a Mobalytics either. See how these just, it goes dry. Just like nothing drops. We've been doing 2 hours. I think we've had 6 drops now in 2 hours. So it's better, but still not like what it was. But holy cow, can you get a lot of gear here that's just junk. With the rogue spin to win. The barbarian spin to win. Whirlwind Twister is a good build. I did that last season. I loved it. I've never done it with the rogue though. There's so many different builds out there, and again, most of the time I create my own builds, but last season and this season we're using cookie cutter builds, and I'm just tweaking those. This is Diablo 4 Season 6. I'm just tweaking the cookie cutter builds because it saves me a lot of time and it makes it more interesting for you guys. I had people tell me, I'm serious, that during Season 4, they said there were days that they hated my stream because like I would redo the Paragon board 7 times in one stream. Boring stuff to watch. I always explained what I was doing, but still boring. You know, and I would change stuff up and try a new idea and go, okay, that idea sucks. Change it up again. Well, not seeing. The good news, Chumba, is I'll make you even richer now that they made these drop rates suck here, because now I'm going to need even more mats. The back one, I know that somebody in this group was just looking for that one as well and they couldn't get it. And then they said they dropped. I know that ruins have been dropping a lot in boss runs. The problem is the back ruin is, oh no, it's a legendary. The Moni one, M-O-N-I one, is necessary for a lot of stuff too, and it's blue. It never drops at the boss. It's one of those that's really hard to get. Undercity has been the best bet. I would bet Undercity is a good bet too for Bach, because you can use that specialization when you run Undercity and change it to one of the choices is for ruins and stuff, and see if it drops there. But like I said, I had to run it 7 times to get what I needed. Yes, they sell ruins at that IGGM site too, which is what I actually purchased some of them yesterday. That's why I said, and they're a little bit pricier. They're like $1.20 a ruin compared to 0.03 cents for each exquisite blood. You know, and so yeah, and if you got to buy 6 of them, so think about it. You know, if they're $1.20, you're spending $9 for 6 ruins. But yeah, they do sell them. Yeah, try that, Rog. I would go and try that because people have been saying Undercity is the best place to farm for ruins, and I believe it. I went and ran it 7 times to get what I needed. It sucked, but I got everything I needed after 7 runs.
Come back if you need the force.
I think they're going to be changing that in the future. I think that they need to make it more specific farming area. That where can I go to farm blue ruins, for example? Because bosses aren't dropping blue ruins. They're dropping legendary ruins, but they're not dropping the blue ones. Okay, here we go. I just want to make sure everybody was getting in. Okay, we're ready. Let's roll. Oops. took like an hour for delivery. Yeah, oh, we just got another mythic right there. I always have really good luck with them now. I just started using them, and I've been super okay. So we got Nisekim. So there we go, another mythic drop, guys. That's 7 in 2 hours and 12 minutes. So Durrell seems to be the spot, right? Am I right? Do we all agree that we ran every boss today except for Andario, and Durrell has been the spot? Oh no, we didn't run Beast in the Ice either. Yeah, I think it's a really good site. I just got turned on to it by the other day. Last season, late in the season, Chumba told me about it, and now Chumba has an affiliate link to use. So I keep joking with him and telling him I'm going to make him rich. But I really like that site. It just makes life so much easier. Although last season I didn't farm, all I farmed was gold. Like 18 bucks. Yeah, see, thousands of mats. Yep. It's so cheap. Now ruins are a little bit pricier, but here's how I did it. I searched for the ruin. I needed, like, I forget what, I want to say it was LAC or something, but anyway, I went there and I searched LAC. First I clicked on the ruin tab thing there, and then I did search for LAC, and it brought them up, but it brought them up paired with the other one. And I had to keep going through the search down through the pages, and then I found a single one. But sometimes you can only buy them paired. If you buy them paired, they're a little bit more money. And it's usually paired with what you don't need, because all you need is just that one ruin. But yeah, it's a good site. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad that Chumba turned me on to it. That's for sure. IGGM.com. IGGM.com. Holy cow, is it cheap? I think I bought 600 exquisite blood, and I want to say it was like $2, something like that. So then I started adding a whole bunch of stuff to my list. I bought a bunch of malignant hearts. I bought a whole bunch of everything. I think I spent $12, and we used those mats with me doing these runs every day all week last week for $12. So imagine if you're doing it by yourself, you're going to be running for weeks. Well, probably, I guess I shouldn't say that, because you don't use any more mats in a party. It just, I guess, depends on how much you play and how much you really farm these bosses. I do a lot of it, as you can see. So I go through a lot of mats. Last season, all I did is farm gold, and I would just do Infernal Hordes all day for like 6 hours. And I would have 35 billion gold. Easy. And we were as high as 55 billion by just farming gold. And then I would buy all the mats on the trade chat. I never farmed anything but gold. Everybody asks me, how did you get all your stuff? And I tell them, man, you're crazy if you think you can farm each one of those individual items efficiently. You're way better off to purchase them on the trade and just go farm gold. And now I don't even do that. Yeah, Rog, I'm telling you, that site is a good site. I like it. But it does use real money, so that part is true. And everything you get there that you actually pay for, you can get free. I agree, 100%. But if you're a lazy old man like me, it's so much simpler to just go and grab those things for $6 and then run for a week. It is cheap, Rog. It is, and it seems like the price kind of fluctuates as the season, I also heard that you can sell to those sites. You can take your same stuff and sell to them for real cash. Of course, they're going to give you, you know, cheaper than what you can buy it for. Yeah, 56 cents for 50 mats exactly for Varshan. Yeah. I mean, everything is just very cheap, and you can sell your mats to them. They'll buy your mats too. You just got to set up with them. Yeah, way better use of your time, right, Dean? It's way better use of your time to go buy these mats for under $10 probably, you know, and then use your time to play the game and farm the bosses. Don't farm mats.
It can't be salvaged.
I can break that down.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get something with the goblin for Halloween. Blizzard reuses everything, so yeah. I'm sure we'll have a goblin event coming up here shortly. I'm actually surprised they haven't announced it. What? Smash. Oh. No, dude, no. Keep all your stuff, bro. Keep everything. I ask you to keep all your stuff and use your mats for yourself or to run other people through. I appreciate it, bro. I do. I appreciate that, Smash, always. But yeah, use your stuff.
Sorry.
I'm a retired old man, bro. I've got money. Trust me. I don't need. I buy my mats now. I want you to keep yours and help others. Yeah, I had a lot of mats from the Goblin event too. I would hope they're going to bring that back. I would think they would. There we go, another mythic. Okay, so they're dropping now. There we go, Shattered Vow. So we've had what now? It's like 8 in 2 hours and 19 minutes. Let's hope it keeps happening. I haven't seen the Shroud of Death drop for anybody, which is surprising because when I needed it for my Barbarian, I got it right away. But I'm going to be honest with you, when I got it for my Barbarian, I wasn't in Torment 4. I think I got it at Torment 2. And I was told, and I don't know if it's true, but I was told that Torment 2 and Torment 3 drop rate is better. It's a patch. So maybe you should go down a level one of these days and test it, because when my Barbarian needed some, I went to Torment. I was at Torment 2 and I was able to get everything I needed quick. Actually, I'm starting to think. I'm wondering, did I get it at Torment 1? I might have gotten that Shroud piece at Torment 1. Breaker's gotten 2 in Torment 3, so I always recommend to people to go down one Torment level, and go run the bosses. First of all, it's super easy. You're gonna just smoke them. There we go. And Darrow's Vicious drop for Natasha. Perfect. So we're still seeing some drops here with old Darrell, and he seems to be the hot spot lately every week. Week after week, he seems to be the place to go. Used to be Zir, but just got another one right now. For Sean. So there you go. 2T and 3 got nothing, Linden Town is saying. I'm running the Quill Volley build. No OP, no overpower, no nothing, just straight up Quill Volley. It's very simple. What I'm doing is a super simple build, actually.
fight the wrath of not one, but thousands.
Thousands. Damn it. Oh, shit. Was that my last? This might have been my last run. Let me look. We'll do it after this. This might have been, I think I put my last one in right there. I'm gonna have to get off of here anyways today, but let's see. Might have been my last one. Let's look. I want to run it till I'm out of mats is what I'm here to do.
Thanks.
Let's look. Yep, that's it. That's it. That is all I got, guys. We are going to end the stream right there. This was a blast. I had fun. We'll be back again tomorrow. I appreciate you guys, all of you. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do this all again. Hopefully, you're welcome. You're welcome. And hopefully we'll be able to get some different people in and get more mythics scattered around. And it's slower, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. All right. So I have to boogie. You guys are very welcome, man. I appreciate it. Let me get this off. So I'm going to leave the party. Okay, y'all. I hope you got all your stuff before I leave. You know what? I'm going to wait. I want to make sure you got everything picked up before I book out. When you have all your stuff, can you please exit the group just so I don't leave the group and then you guys are left not getting your stuff? So Craven in the clan, you guys, Craven is saying that, hey, he will run people through stuff, help them level up. He's in the clan, clan chat offering that right now before I log off. I just want to make sure y'all know that. Okay, there we go. Everybody's gone. That means they all got their stuff. And I am out of here, everybody. Take care, be safe, and please be kind.